This is London with Bitcoin Spike. Let's go through the details. Bitcoin rocking through the roof. If you paid attention to the channel, you're up over 20%. Let's talk about it. Guys, it's London with Bitcoin Spike, former hedge fund owner, private, not SEC, not financial advice. Looking at this, I will also review the VIP trades maximum. Yeah, over 20% from that pickup of 18,600 that I brought to you. Guys, hit the like button if you got that video where I said we're on a buy line. Boom, boom, boom. Then you got the bull flag video. Bam. Guys, I've told you recently, let your profits run. Boom. This is what VIP is all about. The number one trade group now. I have an update on the $100,000 trade. It has broken through the barrier of an $800,000 position. Boom. Congratulations, guys. VIP. I want to surprise you. That's the idea. In 2022, I need to surprise you. I need to show you what the market's capable of. How did that happen? $100,000 into an $800,000 position. How did that happen? How could you do that? Guys, look at a 50x on a quarterly, perpetual, and a weekly. Split three wide because exchanges have limitations on how much you can put into a 50x because it can pay like this. Guys, pay attention, and it doesn't always pay like this. We're going to go through levels of resistance. We're going to go through the specifics in terms of the framework here. Let's look at this, okay? The pattern framework I brought you a few days ago, right? Yeah, we'd like that 86% return. Yeah, come on, Bitcoin, we're waiting. All right, in terms of this, I bring up the returns, not that you emulate. I want you to understand what the market is capable of. Very few people will sit down and teach you how $100,000 could turn into $800,000 in a matter of 2 or 3 days. Very few people. I am one of those people. Congratulations. This is London with Bitcoin Spike, and I just mean that because you're interested in it. If you're interested in it, that's more than half the battle. So yes, a $38,000 position, boom. We're approaching that 10x realm. 38, and I mean 10x return. $38,000 became, let's say, showing a profit of $319,000 from $38,000. Okay, now risk on these on entry, you got to be precise. You can burn a rack. At some point, you're going to burn a rack working with higher leverage. However, capital management is always in the mix. We rely on New York Institute of Finance. Bottom line, a $19,000 accompanying trade. Up, guys, look at this. Just slightly up, like way up, guys, $156,000. Look at this, $19,000 trade, $156,000. Now, these were coupled and paired, the quarterly, perpetual, and weekly. The weekly is already closed. It's settled. Guys, it's settled on the weekend. It settled at $250K in the profit. I want you to understand perpetual, quarterly. Perpetual never expires. The quarterly, okay, their quarterly expires every quarter, and the weekly expires every week. So I knew getting into the weekly, well, it's gonna expire. It's gonna settle on me, right? We wanted it to settle in profit. You guys got that right. So VIP, looking at Venus, 1,694%. Love that trade, Venus. Top shelf VIP. Venus, number one contributor. 2022, we are building. Look at Gulshan, 175%. Another Venus, I could just go through the list. 114%, 144%. Anthony, longtime VIP, over a year now. 150% and 183%, both longs. Way to go, Anthony, my man. Way to trade. Liam, Scotland, 151%. Look at J Mac. All right, J Mac working on the isolated versus the we're going to get into this, guys. We'll get into the cross versus isolated. I don't want to bring it up right now. We'll talk about some advanced features of trading this week. Well, I promise. We'll go through some isolated versus cross margin. We'll go through margin differentials, types, everything else like that, guys. Okay, we'll go through it. 122% and a couple small fried trades. Booking them positive, that's the big deal. 40% is a good threshold to look at on your trades. If you're looking at a 40% threshold, hey, you want to make sure that the move that you're looking at can move about 40%. That normally will cover your fees on the exchange, depending on how much capital you're working with, right? And depending on which exchange you're on. Venus with another 110%. Boom. Guys, very, very impressive trades. Very impressive trades. Now, and guys, not so that you'll emulate, guys. This is not the Magna Carta. Okay, go and do, or this is nothing spiritual or biblical about these trades. Talk about $100,000 turning into an $800,000 position. I'm telling you, guys. If you don't know what you're doing, and I've told you this on the different time frames, I want you to pay attention on fire and ice. On the fire and ice indicator that assisted us in catching the bottom here. Boom. Beautifully well done. A lot of time and effort goes into this fire and ice. Just to tell you, in terms of the development team out of Europe, etc. What I'll say is the following. When you're looking at the time frames and you're looking at the levels of volatility, you need to be plugged in and prepared to trade. You have to be available to trade, right? So the 4 hourly and above are really, as I would look at this, 4 hourly and above on fire and ice. Just, guys, beautifully well constructed Just dynamic indicator, VIP with a lot of trades on fire and ice. Looking at a level of resistance. I want to point out one thing on the 4 hourly. Pay attention, please. Pay attention, please. The resistance carried down. We're breaking out on the 4 hourly right now on the lines. Do you see? Breaking out on the lines. Boom. You see price action breaking through that level of resistance. Okay. Now, in terms of an external, that would be an internal line of resistance. In terms of an external line of resistance, what will we look at? We look at the candle wicks. Let's draw from the candle wicks up top down to the candle wick here. Just switch from line to candle on the top of your trading view. Go from line to candle. You'll figure that out. See that level of resistance? We still haven't broken out of the candle wick. Now, as we approach this level of resistance on the 4 hourly, you'll see that we're shrouded here by our golden short line. We're shrouded by that golden short line. All right, to the extent we would break through and get a confirmation up and over, let's take a look at this chart on the right. Kind of break through. We could either follow that golden short line along resistance. Let's take a look at this. And we may have a few options that are shown on the chart on the right. Okay, but level of resistance, we can either grind along resistance like this, just to let you know, and I've been telling you guys to let those profits run. Right, so it's nice to see Bitcoin up 2.38%, 22,350. Congratulations, I know you guys are making money. What's up? VIP, way to go, guys. Top trade group, over 130 members joined the first month. Over 130, more than any other channel, guys. Very fortunate, blessed to have you guys in and around it in my life. Right, very good, guys. Nice trade group. In terms of this golden short line in the 4 hourly, this is our perk for VIP. You don't have the indicator if you don't join VIP. Bottom line. Golden short line. Now the absolute ice cold short is up and above. So we could traject to the ice cold short, get hopefully a nice confirmation. All right, the confirmation is blended in with a bit of a grind on that right-hand side. What I'm going to tell you is this: if you're in a position like Venus, right? She caught the bus early, right? She got on early. She's not the type of woman to take a bus. I'll tell you that. She got into the rolls early. I'll tell you that. Bottom line, she did. Okay, in terms of the framework down in this zone, what was this? This was bull flag turf down here, guys. Pay attention. This was bull flag turf. We called the flag to you before the breakout, telling you what was required, and literally saw a picture perfect, pay attention, picture perfect representation of what we wanted. We called it out in this zone. I want breakout through resistance. I want a confirmation. You guys heard this. And boom, I want to move to the upside with momentum. Exactly what happened. After I brought you a pickup on the lower level of the fire and ice, the buy line, the fire sale line, right? That green buy line or the red fire sale line. And guys, it's just very accurate. So we're excited about it in 2022 VIP booking trades. Now, we had the crossover. Let's look at this. The crossover of the 9 over the 18. I've been discussing that, right? The 9 over the 18, 9 in blue. Let's go here. 9 over the 18, the 9 in blue over the 18 in red. What does it mean? What is that? Those are moving averages. They're indicators per the New York Institute of Finance. This is not me talking. This is what Wall Street knows. How do I know that? Because that's where Wall Street goes to school. That's what we follow, guys. Now, in terms of that 9 in blue crossing over the 18 in red, futures traders prefer the 9 over the 18. That's just the bottom line. You're trading futures. When you look at a 1,694% return, that means it's a futures trade. It's a leverage trade. We'll teach you all about it. We'll show you how to engage in them, I'll say responsibly. What are the rules? Buy at support, sell at resistance, trade your patterns, hit your targets, and 1/100th of a comfortably expendable amount of cash. Those are VIP rules. 1/100th per trade. 1/100th, especially while you're going through your 100 rounds training. You guys got it. So looking at the framework here, we were talking about the 9 over the 18. Pay attention. Last time 9 over the 18, we called it in this zone. It was a nice move overall, but it wasn't without a bit of guys, top volatility. Let's call that out. Bitcoin's she's going to hit where it hurts in terms of volatility. So the big thing is you had a great opportunity when we called this early here, and you guys know this. We called this early here. And look at this. You had a beautiful opportunity of at least 12%, over 12%. I know on the candle wicks, much more than that. Looking at this, yeah, you had an opportunity for 17%. From our pickup down here, you're at 20%. looking at the facts here, if you just entered in at the 9 over the 18, you are also, let me measure this. Let's measure this exactly. I want to get this exactly right. Where are we at? 21.82%. Beautiful. If you look at the 9 over the 18, you're in the money. You're up a couple points. Guys, looking at 2.5 to 3%, 2.5 to 2.75%. I always tell the VIP, if your screen turns green, you have a decision to make. Bottom line, if your screen turns green, you're in the money. You have a decision to make. Bottom line. Now, the ones who have waded through this, you've got your big warning of the day right here. You have a divergence on the specific 4-hourly MACD, meaning we have a falling MACD, falling momentum on the 4-hourly. Okay, what do we have? We have prices going up. Price is going up and momentum on the MACD is going down. What does that mean? That means we have a bearish divergence on the 4-hourly. Now, one of two things can occur. 4-hourly is a very important momentum level, guys. Very important. Pay attention. Let me move this down here briefly. Boom. Let's do that. Look, one of two things can occur. As you look at a rounding and a dropping MACD, one of two things will occur, guys, on the 4-hourly MACD, this bearish divergence. First of all, it's going to muddy up the entry on this daily. It just is. Traders are looking at, well, we have a bearish divergence on the 4-hourly. It's a key time frame. Okay, so looking at that, one of two things will occur. Either the MACD on the 4-hourly will get back in line and go to the upside, or price will drop. They will get in some degree of harmony at some point, but one of two things can occur. The indicator can change, boom, to the upside, or price can change, boom, to the downside. Now, as we look at this in full context, we're always looking for confirmation. 8-hourly, boom, is strong to the upside. Daily, momentum, boom, strong to the upside, positive territory. Weekly, nicely done, guys. Looking good on that weekly. The hourly, boom, to the upside. 30-minute, bam, to the upside. So what does this mean? We have the 30-minute, the hourly, the 8-hourly, the daily, and the weekly, and we have the bad time frame here, guys. The problem, the bear time frame, the divergence, the 4-hourly heading down. So it's a lone wolf right now, kind of a lone wolf divergence, but we do pay attention to it very much, very, very much, guys. The 4-hourly is very important. So mind that as you look at a heavier entry, and I would anticipate when I talk about need for confirmation, etc., even on a clear crossover of a 9 over the 18, something that's bedrock Wall Street. We're going to look at Bedrock New York Institute of Finance, I should say, which is where Wall Street goes to school, which is what we really use as our proxy. Now, so we're understanding that currently right now, not only could we be in for some volatility, right? We could be in for some volatility. We technically haven't broken out yet, so no early celebrations here. We haven't really broken out of that specific level of resistance on the candle wicks. We just haven't gotten there yet, guys. We haven't gotten the great price action, but we're not out free and clear yet. So the analogy of that 86% that we're looking for, we still, per the diagram, and I always expect a bit of variability, but we could, guys, the classic feature here, we could grind along a bit. Now this shows the double bottom here, and I do have that lined up as a descending triangle. Right, that double bottom feature that we talked about, descending triangle. What's the important facet here? The important facet is the following. This zone is still technically available, okay? And you know that this zone right here would really spoil the bullish framework. Bottom line, when you look at this, the bullish framework needs to avoid this zone. I brought that up in the preceding video. Now we're doing exactly that. The more that we would operate in this zone, the more we're looking at a descending triangle instead of that specific double bottom. All right, so breaking through the line of resistance on the candle wicks is paramount. We're already through on the 4-hourly. That's nice, but the 4-hourly is that troublesome time frame. So if you're looking for an easy answer, I tell this to traders, if you're looking for the easy answer, the problem with the easy answer, I'm going to tell you, normally the question is it going up or is it going down? Okay, most of the time you're looking for the easy answer. That answer is going to be wrong about 50% of the time because you're not going to do the work behind it that's required. Looking at the fire and ice indicator, I want you to remind yourselves the 4-hourly and above. The 4-hourly and above is your key time frame. Bottom line, if you're more aggressively, guys, if you're listening to the following of me saying let your profits run here, You're doing great. You're doing great, okay? But if you're trying to day trade this on lower time frames with fire and ice, I'm just going to remind you the 4 hourly is where it's at. 4 hourly and the daily. Be a little bit more patient. You get in here with the guys with the really high speed, guys, the high speed trades. You'll see there's a lot of trades in here. Look at that 30-minute. Beautiful weekend. Beautiful weekend. Look at that on the indicator. Look at ice cold short. Boom. Look at this, guys. So, but you have to be able to quick take. You have to know which target line you're going for, right? What's your threshold? Are you on cross versus isolated? Good question, J-Mac. I'm going to tell you the following. We invite you to join our VIP. I'm looking for this ultimate level to be conquered in terms of a breakout on the 4 hourly. That's what I'd like to really see as a breakout of this 4 hourly on the candle wicks. You know me. And I want to see a correction of this. I want to see the correction of the 4 hourly. Me personally. I want to see the correction of that 4 hourly with the understanding that you're already in the money if you did follow that 9 over the 18. So we've had some incredible calls here. Just to remind you, I want to go through this very quickly. In the last week, what have we done? We brought you the low, period, bam. Then what did we do? We brought you the bull flag, bam. All right, 1, 2, right? Then what do we do here? Quote unquote, let your profits run, boom. Way to go, VIP. That's top shelf, guys. That's not, well, I'm going to get something right once a week or once every few weeks, guys. That is the low I brought to you, the bull flag I brought to you, and then boom. And guys, the bull flag worked out perfectly. Told you what we needed exactly. Beautiful cooperation for Bitcoin. Let's say that beautiful cooperation for Bitcoin. Taking a look at this. Yeah, I told you we needed to break out of this top level resistance. And this is 2022. We are building. Exciting about this. Taking a look. Break out a level of resistance. The bull flag is what? A move to the upside. Downward sloping channel. Needs to cut against the grain of the trend. Trend up. Channel down. Breakthrough level of resistance. Boom. Confirm resistance as support and move to the upside with what, guys? With momentum. That momentum is being challenged, guys. It's challenging right now on that 4 hourly. Okay, so let's take a look at, yes, the low brought to you, the bull flag brought to you. Then let your profits run brought to you. So I'll tell you right now what's needed. Right now what's needed. Guys, you know, this is London, former hedge fund owner, private, not SEC, and not financial advice. But I'm going to tell you what I want right now, what I'm looking for right now. Boom, I want to get up over this line of resistance on the candle wicks. Bottom line, I want to break through the real external line of resistance here on the candle wicks, and I'm minding the fact that that is a respectable line of resistance. It's a respectable line of resistance. We're going to be looking at the CPI report. I will engage in a separate hedge. If you don't know how to hedge, guys, you need to join VIP. 2022, what it's all about. I want to bring you just the good news. These profits are running 2.57%. Again, that $100,000 trade. Venus, I got to say, you're within $50 of that trade on your entry, 19,141. Extremely nice, 1,694%. And looking at a trade of a $38,000 entry, 38 grand with a profit of 319,000. I want you to challenge yourselves. How is that possible? Do you know how that trade is structured? I want to ask you that with all sincerity. My goal in showing this to you is so that it can intrigue you, so that you can have it process through the technicals of what the trade execution would be. That's the goal. I'm not going to say it's the only goal, but guys, that's the goal in bringing it to you. It's not to brag. It's not to say, wow. I want you to understand how to execute a trade like that. And if you're interested how to execute a trade like that, then that's half the battle. We know we can teach you. We know you can understand leverage, trading, etc. 2022, that's our goal, is to bring trading to as many people as possible. In terms of joining, guys, we have some interesting information as well. We're currently in the talks of a website development for our VIP, actually with the owners of, or actually the developers, let's say the developers of Bybit. We're in talks right now for the development of a specific website for our VIP that and the developers built Bybit. So we're excited about that. A lot of odds and ends, even legal framework to jump through on that. So don't jump the gun getting excited. But that's just the fact. That's the truth. And I think some lawyers are in the mix somewhere on something. Now, this is London with Bitcoin Spike. I want to tell you guys, in terms of the specifics here, this link will allow you to join our group. And I don't endorse Bybit if you're not in a country that allows it. Bottom line, I'd never do something like that, guys. Don't want you to get in trouble or risk your capital in an account that could be seized or taken over or etc. So this link will get you the opportunity to join our trade group. We'll put you in the winner's circle once you join, or just hit join on on YouTube. Put I am VIP. Boom. Put I am VIP here on the first pinned tweet. And what will that do? It'll get you in touch with me. I will put you in the back. You will be in the winner's circle. And look at the winner right now. 313%. Freddie, my man. Guys, look at Freddie. Freddie is quintessential VIP. Look at the mining machines that tell you the caliber of VIP. I'd say so. I tell you guys, we have some of the biggest crypto traders around. We've had some of the biggest dogs in the business. Some of the biggest guys in crypto. In, out, currently in, out, etc., etc., etc. Guys, this is London with Bitcoin Spike, former hedge fund owner, private non-SEC. Love that we got that specific 9 over the 18 cross. Looking for it. Brought you the low, brought you the bull flag, quote unquote, let the profits run. Boom. Not a waffly, oh, maybe, well, you guys be careful. And hey, guys, no, brought you the low, buy line. Yes, right here, I did. Brought you the low, brought you the bull flag. Let the profits run. Boom, boom, boom. Tell me, not the number one trade group, huh? Yeah, we've had the BlackRock, JP Morgan. We've had all those guys. If they last. And I hope you guys are all doing well with BlackRock and JP Morgan, guys. This is London with Bitcoin Spike. Let's get that momentum in check on that 4-hourly. That's the number one thing. Let's get that momentum in check on the 4-hourly. Let's let that 9 over the 18 proceed with a bit of understanding. The one thing I'll say right now, I always say, do you have any orders below? Do you have orders below? Now, this would be a really, really, really heavy shelf orders below. Going with 20 orders below. Do you have your fire and ice set up? Bottom line, do you have your indicator set up? Do you know where your fire sale line is right now at 21,218? Do you know that on the hourly? I'd pay attention to it. We'd love to hit it, right? We'd love to hit it. Are you prepared to interact quickly on your shorts here at the golden short line on the hourly? Because it's paid, guys. It's paid very well. Very well. VIP making money on that, but you have to be prepared. You're going to learn how that indicator, the fire and ice, that golden short line, will teach you how to trade and teach you how to manage capital. And if you don't know how to trade, you're going to learn. If you don't know how to manage capital, you're going to learn. You better learn that hourly and below are pro levels. Guys, join today. This is London with Bitcoin Spike. Extremely excited about 2022. We are building. You guys know that. Stay out of this red zone. All you bulls and bears of the CPI coming out, if you stay out of this red zone, because then we get into a descending triangle. Then we're not looking so sharp, I'm going to tell you. Right now, that double bottom is in effect, just like New York Institute of Finance calls it, just like they call it. This is London with Bitcoin Spike.